Hi Reddit Recapped here. Today we are going to tell you a collection of stories titled What is the Worst F***ing Feeling? Enjoy our community's stories, as always stay safe, and take care. A few years ago, I euthanized an elderly woman's elderly cat. She'd lost her only daughter to cancer and her husband the month before. I asked if there was anything I could do for her. She looked down at her cat in her arms, started to cry, and between sobs said, "I just want my family back." If you find something worse than sitting there powerless as an old woman's heart breaks over the sudden and permanent loss of all of her loved ones, you have my profound sympathy. Because that was awful. So my wife is a realtor and one of her clients is an elderly man who had to sell and move into assisted living. He couldn't take his cat, and we agreed to foster her until she found a forever home. I'll never forget the day we went to pick her up. He held onto her and kept whispering, "You saved my life," to her. Turns out he got her just before his wife passed, and she was all he had. It's not the same because we can still give him updates and visits, but that moment of giving up your last family is a desolate loneliness I selfishly hope I go first and avoid. Losing hope. Specifically the hope that things will get better. There was a headline on The Onion: "Man who thought he lost all hope loses additional hope he didn't even know he had." Luckily it only applied to mundane things in my life, but I feel that LOL. How about a parent telling you they don't love you? When I was 12, my father got another woman pregnant, so decided to divorce my mother for another woman. On his last day coming by the house ever, he came into my room to say goodbye, and as he was leaving he told me, in pretty much these exact words, "I want you to know that I don't love you anymore and I am going to start a new family now. You probably won't ever see me again." He then walked out of my room. I ran out of my room screaming and crying, holding on to my dad's leg, begging him not to leave as he dragged me down the hall, my mother screaming/crying, to have him basically shake me off, curse, and bolt out the door. Next time I saw him I was 17. It was a pretty messed up thing, and it really hurt me as a kid. Edit, wow, never imagined the response. Just so you all know, my mother was amazing and fortunately she remarried within a few years, and my stepfather has been an amazing person in my life. I am 38 years old now, so this was a while ago. Feeling like a burden, so you never express yourself and end up feeling very, very alone. This is the worst. When you just want to talk about what is bothering you, but you don't want your to bring anyone else down. People will tell you to talk to a therapist, but you can't even bring yourself to be a burden to someone being paid for it. Trying hard to make friends but failing, honestly nothing worse than talking to yourself in a group of people. This hit me harder than most other things here. I've spent my entire life just trying to find someone or some people to hang out with, but I'm just an awkward outcast all the time. I have no one to be with physically. Addendum: this wasn't supposed to blow up. There's too many comments to read, but the most I see say find a hobby, or just talk to new people. I've been trying to find hobbies that'd be interesting and enjoyable to me for years, I've come up blank. And on the topic of just talking to new people, that is so hard. I get scared of talking to current online friends just because I feel like I might accidentally insult them somehow. Actually walking up to someone and saying hi is a monumental task I can only attempt once in a blue moon. Not to mention, due to my lack of aforementioned hobbies, I have basically no conversation topics, and so when I do say hello to someone I just kinda shrink away immediately. Not to mention I also cannot interact with groups of people very well, usually becoming a silent observer. I wish everyone a good day. This marks the end of the collection of stories titled What is the Worst Feeling? I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Turn on your notifications and leave a comment to help the channel grow.